Over to you, Will.
Hello, my name is William and I'm talking about my final major project. This is my cast. Here is Sean, me, Lauren, Carl and Milk with birds. That's my cast of characters. Lauren's the main character, that's about all I know about them so far. I need to make a proper character profiles for everybody. That's just what I've got. This is an example, a game, because I'm making an interactive visual novel style game where the protagonist is in third person, but you make choices as the protagonist, and you see where it goes. It's a slice of life, so it's going to be realistic day to day, and it's supposed to. The viewers have small dialogue choices, but it shapes the tone, pacing and relationships, and it's more like deeper, intimate experiences that rather than high stakes action. It will be a short YouTube video using end links to make the dialogue choices. That's my YouTube, my college YouTube. This is my audience. I don't know if you know any of these. I've not watched any of them personally, but I know of one of them at least. My product is intended for teens, young adults, because it's a typical like teen young adult hangout. But anyone who enjoys slice of life might like it. It's not an anime, but there's a lot of slice of life anime. My locations, I'm not going to read all that because it's just going into more detail. But it basically says the same thing. I just summarised it. What I will show though is some of the examples there are day-to-day life of like bowling, pool. I didn't include spoons there, but that's more in the evening. And that's the outside world up there. That is Payton, somewhere in Payton. I can't remember the name, but I've been there before. And this is my inspiration. That's a game. That's a psychological horror, also a visual novel. I'm not including the psychological horror aspect. And that's a anime, music and slice of life. That's got less choices, but it's heavily visual novel, so you don't move around. That one's got more choices and you can move around. And that's just a slice of life that you watch. This, Markiplier, was the other inspiration, the first one, because he has YouTube end links for his lots of his videos. He's got quite a few of them actually. Inspiration with Markiplier part 1 and part 2 here. A heist with Markiplier, a date with Markiplier, pay or don't pay. It's up to you. You might find you don't like one of the answers there. My problems I might encounter. Permission to film in certain locations like Hollywood Bowl. That's where the bowling and pool is. Spoons, people might not like that. People outside might see that and think absolutely not. Don't want to be on camera. And then I've got an issue, I might need to move. And that's everything, basically. Any questions? Noah?
To begin with, amazing reference to Doki Doki Literature Club. That's an amazing game.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Second of all, when you say interactive visual novel,
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my head, Bandersnatch type. You pick up the remote, you say yes, you say no, you make different decisions, then you actually progress forward. Is that what you're going to do? And if so, how are you going to go about doing that? Because that means that a lot of footage has to be shot.
YouTube end links, so be shorter like clips, and then the end they link the decisions when it comes to the choices to the end of the video, and then I don't know if I'll be able to put it together into one big video or not really, so might be a lot of little videos. Yes, Brandon?
With your end links, is there any wrong decisions that could possibly be made?
That's the thing, I haven't got the proper narrative structure to it yet. That's the main thing I need to crack down on. I know the main theme is decision making and small intimate moments, but it's going to have a deeper plot to it. I'm not sure if it's going to be too detrimental, if you're going to lose a friend potentially, or if they might collapse drunk in spoons if you choose to drink one too many shots. I don't know just yet. Yes, Kyle?
Do you have a script?
No, not yet. But I will, and the visual novel will be read on screen but also spoken by the actors as well. Yes, Milk.
So the concept of like multiple choices, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that there's like different endings?
Yeah, that was sort of the plan, but I haven't gotten into too much detail on it yet. Yes, Noah?
I know you haven't got a script ready or anything, but do you have an idea on how big this is going to be? Like how long it will take to get from one end of the thing to the other?
Well, the idea was to plan sort of in Torquay Town and Paynton Town, just one dedicated moment sort of in Torquay and all the locations in Torquay, because they'll be the same, but for Poole, I was thinking High Dendy and Paynton, and Torquay would be like Hollywood Bowl, which has bowling as well, but High Dendy doesn't have that. Yes, Kyle?
What's the colour grade going to be like?
It's going to be sort of, if I can, more happy slice of life, you know, upbeat vibes. Yes, Milk?
Is there gonna be any soundtrack?
Yeah, there will be copyrighted. I've done it before, but I know I can use this one if it's unlisted or private. Yes, Brendan.
Is the perspective going to be from a certain person, or is it just like how Markiplier does it, and just like it's your own inference?
It'll be Lauren. You'll be controlling Lauren, the protagonist. But it'll be third person still. Yes, Christian.
How are you gonna go about shooting it?
What do you mean?
Like, is it gonna be, like you say, is the camera gonna stay with Lauren most of the time, or is it basically is it gonna play out a certain scene? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Lauren will basically be in like all the scenes. So if like Milk's somewhere else, it's gonna follow Lauren, not Milk. But she'll be with the group for pretty much all of it anyway. Yes, Noah.
I mean, I feel like if you make a decision and at least two more decisions and you create this huge like tree diagram that goes down, you're gonna have to shoot a lot of footage.
Yeah, I was gonna keep the choices to the minimum and not have too much of a different outcome. That's why I wasn't sure if it was gonna be so like detrimental. Because like one thing somebody's happy with it, and the other thing someone's not happy with it, they're just not gonna be there. Yes, Alex.
What do you think the total run time's going to be for this?
I'm not sure, because I haven't thought of an actual storyline yet. I really need to get on with that, so I'll be able to answer that. Kyle.
What's the camera work going to be like?
What do you mean?
Like first person, low, high?
It'll be third person. Probably stick to like, it's gonna be relatable, so that all the shots will be like relatable. It won't be like low shots to make Lauren look more powerful or high shots to make Lauren look weaker. It'll generally be like the same level. Yes, Christian. Oh.
Sorry, my mind's gone blank. What's the overall theme gonna be, or is it kind of up to the viewer to decide what the theme ends up being?
The overall theme typically, right at the moment, is like decisions really, because the whole thing is you're making decisions. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but when I decide actually what happens and what the script is and the choices will be, is going to help me make a story then following those, like, the decisions will follow that theme as well. Anyone else? Yes, Kyle.
What was the thought behind the cast?
Lauren's pretty nonchalant, and I wanted a nonchalant protagonist. I like Asians, and it's a lot of my inspiration was from Asian stuff, so I thought Milk should be honourable in this. Sean, I've known you for 8 years, you're a good man, and Carl, you're also a good man, and I like you. Plus, I wanted to keep it like a smaller cast, so sorry I didn't include anyone else. But I didn't want too much of a cast, because then it might just be way too much work with having all the decisions as well. Is this everything?